Blizzard is putting some of their games on Steam. This is something that I did not think that we would ever actually see. Blizzard has had their own store for a really, really long time, Battle.net. And then once Activision purchased Blizzard, we started to see Activision games on Battle.net. So why would they suddenly decide to start putting their games on other platforms like Steam, where they're actually going to lose 30% of every single transaction that happens? Here's what it says on the official press release. It is our goal at Blizzard to listen to players and try to exceed their expectations with everything we do. While Battle.net remains a priority for us now and into the future, we've heard players want the choice of Steam for a selection of our games, starting with Overwatch 2 on August 10th. We're happy to work with Valve to make that happen. Gamers and developers are both going to benefit from Overwatch 2 coming to Steam. This is from Gabe Newell, Valve's president. Gamers will have another platform where they can play their beloved game that utilizes the capabilities of Steam, and developers will benefit from the effects of having a talented team at Blizzard helping us evolve our supported features and functionality for Overwatch 2. And here's something I thought I would never see. You can actually go to Steam and Overwatch 2 is there. You can even pre-order it right now, although it's a free-to-play game, so you don't have to worry about that. Some people will say that this is because Microsoft is about to own Activision, and I do understand why people might jump to that conclusion. I mean, if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. Microsoft has had lots of their games on Steam for a while now. They understand that if we want to put our games in front of the most players so that we can reach into their wallets and take some money out. So if Microsoft owning Activision is a foregone conclusion, why not just get these wheels rolling ahead of time so that they can smooth out that transition? And I don't know that that really makes a lot of sense. Here's why. I think that Microsoft is not yet calling the shots over at Activision. It's still Activision that are making these decisions. And until the contracts are signed, the T's are dotted, and the governments of the world all check off their little tick boxes that say you can go ahead with this, Activision is in charge of Blizzard games. And so I don't think that this is because of the merger. What I do think that this is because of is things like the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck is incredibly popular. It's constantly getting talked about, not just in this bubble that we live in, but outside of it. The general gaming industry has become more and more familiar with the Steam Deck as time has gone on. And tons of people want to play Blizzard games on the Steam Deck. For instance, one of my best performing videos is how to run Diablo 4 on the Steam Deck. Over 100,000 people have watched that video. And the reason why is because Blizzard games are really, really popular and people want to play their games on the devices that they want to play them on, especially when you're talking about games that are running on PC. Limiting it to just one store, making it harder for people to play, isn't going to work very well. Now, it's worth noting that they don't mention the Steam Deck anywhere in this press release, but the game's already playable on the Steam Deck. You just have to do a workaround. And so when it comes to the Steam store on August 10th, I do think that it will just work, and it'll probably even be a verified title. I don't think that we'd see Gabe Newell saying something on this press release if we didn't expect it to be verified when it comes out. Recently, Blizzard also announced that they were getting rid of some of the PvE elements that they had promised that would come to Overwatch 2 when they actually announced Overwatch 2, I believe, back in 2019. A lot of people, myself included, were really, really excited for that content, but that stuff's all gone. However, there are some new PvE missions that are coming along with this. It's called the Invasion, essentially, and it's got a series of missions that you're able to go on in order to experience the story of Overwatch 2. And this all comes with Season 6. And if you want to play all of the Season 6 stuff without the PvE stuff, then you can play Season 6 for free. But if you want to do the PvE stuff, which I absolutely do, it's going to have to cost you $15. Which is another good reason why Blizzard wants to ship their games on Valve's store, because that's where tons and tons of players are. I still don't know how I feel about this PvE stuff, because all of the hero customization that we were promised isn't coming along with it, but I still do want to see what happens with the story. Blizzard is very, very good at crafting a good story, and I want to see how those characters in Overwatch 2 came together. Now, I will point out that you do have to have a Battle.net account in order to play this game on Steam or on your Steam Deck, so if having a third-party account is a deal breaker for you, then you're not going to be able to play this or any other Blizzard games that come to Steam, because they all are going to require a Battle.net account. Of course, Blizzard wants you to have a Battle.net account so that they can send you emails about upcoming sales and stuff like that. That's an advertising platform for them. But you want to have a Battle.net account because it allows cross-play and cross-progression. So if you've already been playing Overwatch 2 on some other platform, when you log in on Steam, you're going to have all of your stuff. And because it's crossplay, that means that there's all the people who are playing on PlayStation and Xbox and PC and Steam Deck are all going to be able to play together all in one community, which means you're going to be able to find games faster. I, for one, think that this is fantastic. In some recent videos where I talked about crossplay, I've seen some pushback from people who don't want crossplay in their games because they don't want to be put into the same pool with PC players where it's easier to cheat. Well, luckily, you do have the option in Overwatch 2 to turn off crossplay, so you are only playing with the people who are on the platform that you're on, but that also comes with a downside that you have a smaller pool of players to group with. What do we think? Do we think the next game to come to Steam is Diablo 4 or maybe World of Warcraft? My money is on Diablo 4, if for no other reason than it has been incredibly popular recently. It just came out. There's a lot of people playing it, and there's people who don't want to buy it from Battle.net. They would prefer to get all of their games through Steam, which I totally understand. So I do think that that's the next one that comes, and then World of Warcraft will follow afterwards. Here's the next question. Do those games also get verified on Steam? We already know that Diablo 4 works on Steam Deck. We already know that World of Warcraft works on Steam Deck. I have played both of them on my Steam Deck. They work just fine. You just got to go through a couple of hoops. And now all of those hoops are going to be gone. So there's going to be a whole bunch more customers that Blizzard can reach into their pockets and pull out a little bit of money. This move makes sense, and it's ridiculous that Blizzard didn't do this years and years ago. So are you going to be picking up Overwatch 2 on Steam, or are you going to just continue playing it elsewhere? Are you not interested in that game at all? Are you going to play Diablo 4 or World of Warcraft on your Steam Deck? Let me know in the comments section down below. And this video came out the same day as the most recent episode of the NerdNest podcast, which you can watch right here. From the NerdNest, I'm Bill. Stay rad, everybody.